Hello and welcome, I'm Raziel, and let's talk about the new datasheets, or what do you want to call it, Horus Heresy stuff. The exemplary battles of the Horus Heresy demon agents have arrived to reap a bloody toll. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this drop, the depths of tradition. I swear to God, they just want to play Scrabble and have these new words to just, for Scrabble winners. So you have these new demon engines. Well, they're not new, they're old. And people who bought them for 40k, and now they're in Legends for 40k, means that if you want to use these models, which are not cheap models, because they're Forge World models, you're going to have to use them for Horus Heresy. It does sound quite insidious, to be honest with you, forcing people to play a game they didn't buy the models for. Now, you do have the Chiton demon engine, which is like a big dreadnought. It's a knight, apparently. It's quite cool. It's a nice looking model. You have the Greater Brass Scorpion. It's something that's never really appealed to me. Blood Slaughterer, little tiny dreadnought. Like Bugs, Decimator, bigger dreadnought. So basically, you have 4 demon engines. 4. And they range in points from the highest being 440, which is the Greater Brass Scorpion. And he has some decent specs. He has a movement of 10, Blitz skill 4, strength 9, front side armor 13, rear of 12. So, he's not too bad. He looks pretty cool. He has range attacks. He has, of course, he has some nice close combat stuff. And to the lowest points, which is the Blood Slaughterer, and that's 110 points. The Decimator, being a dreadnought, being my favourite type of model anyway. Dreadnoughts, I just love them. It's 265 points, and finally, let's just finish it off with the Chiton demon engine at 420 points. So you have a fair range of points. 420 points is also kind of not bad, seeing as the Chiton is actually is £117. It's not the most expensive either, and that's about the same price you pay for a. Just a little bit more than you pay for a Baneblade. So yeah, it's not too bad to be honest with you if price over Chiton. The Chiton and the Decimator are pretty much well priced for their points. However, the Brass Scorpion and the Slaughterers are definitely overpriced. The Slaughterer is £69 for a very cheap model, point price, and £207 for the Brass Scorpion, being a little bit more points than the Chiton, but almost double the price. So yeah, it's probably so the Chiton and the Decimator are the best too. But what I want to talk about with this is the kind of it shows when Games Workshop do something like this, it's always bare minimum. As of this moment, if you've read the Horus Heresy, there's 50 plus books in the Horus Heresy, and there's going to be 10 for the Siege of Terror, which means there's almost 15 to 20% of the books are based on the Siege of Terror. That's a huge percentage for such a small battle. And 3 of those are basically the killing of the Emperor, well, killing of Horus, and the Emperor being put on the Golden Throne. So there's a lot of time wasted on something that's not that big. So anyway, back to this. This shows the bare minimum of what Games Workshop do for their hobby, and it is bare minimum. At this very moment, there are 3, maybe 4, I'll get to the 4th one in a minute, combat patrol boxes for 40k, which could easily fit into the Horus Heresy. One absolutely can. You can use it as is, without any conversions, anything at all. And that is the Astra Militarum one. That one absolutely fits into the Horus Heresy. They have rules for every model and everything in there. I know, so you've got nothing to worry about with that one. The next is the demons. Demons were available, and this shows you that demons were available then. And now we've had 2 of these drops, both being demon. We've had the bounded of the demons of the Ruinstorm, and now with demon engines. I'm still very much convinced the next big army drop will be demons. And it won't be demons of the Ruinstorm, it will be demons. It'll be like Liber Demonicus, something like that. So, but this does get to my point next. So if that one drops, that means you have 2 combat patrol boxes, which will be straight away you can use for Horus Heresy, right? The next one which definitely can still be used, and this literal drop right now shows that it can be used, is the Chaos Space Marine one. Hellbrutes were about at the same time as Demon engines. Hell, half these Demon engines weren't about in the books. They were far after. They were after the Scouring for a start, let alone that they were all Khorne Demon engines as well. I think the only one that's not a Khorne one is the Decimator, but I'm pretty sure that is Khorne too. Okay, so we have Demon engines, and they're all Khorne 8 at best, and they don't appear till after the Horus Heresy, but now they're appearing now in the book, in the game. And even though they admit in the article itself, Andy, it says, here we go. In exemplary battles of the Age of Darkness, depths of tread I'm not pronouncing that word. We return to a battle presented in Horus Heresy Volume 6, Retribution, during the previous edition of the game. This time, we tell the tale of a somewhat different perspective, pulling back the curtain of described involvement of demon engines in a way that was only hinted at in the original tale. Like, I haven't actually read the Black Books, I've read the novels, and I've read all of them, so that's where my lore comes from. Also included in the download are rules. It's only the things. This is also included. It's the only thing that is included. Demon engines models for the Age of Darkness game. Brass Scorpion, Blood Soarer, Decimator, and Chiton. These have never had dedicated rules for Warhammer the Horus Heresy before, which means they weren't already in there. But they always intended to provide them when the time was right. So these weren't even rules written for them. So there you go. But as I go back, the fact is, they could have put in the Hellbrute as a corrupted engine. So that means you would have been able to use the, and I know a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, it got the Chaos Space Marine armor, which wasn't available. Yes, it was. During the end of Horus Heresy, the traitors went full whack with their armor. They all changed their armor. All of them. I don't think the Night Lords did. Unless you say putting on more faces is a change. But they did change. The World Eaters changed. The Death Guard changed. They all changed their armor to fit their new, their new worshipping of the Chaos Gods. Which means that box would now be, should be available to use in Horus Heresy. So making Horus Heresy, a cheaper choice to make. The Age of Darkness box is still one of the best boxes to buy, especially if you want to use it for. You can only use it for Horus Heresy now because two of them. One model you can't use, and that is the Spartan tank, you can't use the. Well, you can use the Praetors kind of as lieutenants. You're gonna have to kind of like say the Volkite gun is of course a plasma pistol, and you've got to definitely have to contend the Dreadnought. I don't know why they stopped that. That was just one of the serious things. Anyway, back to the point. Which means that would now make two combat patrol boxes definitely usable within the Horus Heresy, getting people into the game, and using our armies for different things. And it means it expands the player base, and more people are going to buy more things. And because most people I know, they don't when they play a different game or a different system, they want to change their army to try something new. They're trying a new game, so they'll try a new tactic. They'll do something completely different. So why is there this almost stymieing of model production and model purchasing because they don't want to add it? All they had to do was add the Hellbrute rule to the game, and that would have been it. And you would have had two boxes which you could use. And like I said, I'm definitely reckoning we're going to get Liber Demonicus coming as our next new army for Horus Heresy, and that would allow the Demon Combat Patrol. Next, which I said was the fourth one, which is of course, Adeptus Custodes, and that is the Dawn Eagle jet bikes. Those, again, need to have also, because apparently they were always there, but they never used them during, what, did they just never use them? Was they released like 5 minutes before the Emperor went, right, you got these jet bikes, right, now I'm going to fight the Emperor, and then biffs it, and that's it? Rather than, having them throughout, which is something that makes no sense. The Dawn Eagle jet bike is one of the most silliest plot holes in 40k, because they don't make sense. If you can't use them in Horus Heresy, because they weren't then, they've been, the the Deathless Custodians have not been doing anything for 10,000 years, and then suddenly they've got them, but they've never used. Why not? Even when the Orcs attacked Terra, the Custodians did nothing. It wasn't until the Eldari attacked Terra, actually got into the throne room, when the Custodians actually decided to do something during the War of the Beast. Okay? And literally, it took Gulliman to literally slap some sense from them to wise up, get out and do something. And that's it. Anyway, back to the point. See, there are many models in 40k which can, and I've said this so many times, there's many models within the 40k line which can be used in Horus Heresy. Even, you know, the Leonatus, the Astro High Lord. Oh, jeez, I swear. He can be used. He's a field commander, and they have full rules for him. There's a brand new model. Okay? There's no reason why, you know, Raptors can't be used, because there should be rules. The armor and jetpacks fit. Again, there's no bike rules. You can't use the bikes. Again, they were available in the Horus Heresy. Same with Chaos bikes. With land speeders, again, was complete. Of course, they got rid of those now, haven't they? But the land speeders as well, used during the Horus Heresy, and not just the ones in the Forge World. All of them were used. They were actually, and I believe, the most prominently used by the White Scars during the Scouring as well. So it does, once again, this kind of, it's a good little drop for those who have these models and wants to use them. The fact that you can't really use them in 40k is for what people bought them for, and how to use them in Horus Heresy is one thing. And their rules are pretty decent. I can't really complain, to be honest with you. They're pretty good rules. They're 1-2 are Lords of War. The Blood Slaughterer is a fast attack, and the Decimator is, of course, a heavy support. So I can't really complain about the rules. They're pretty good, okay? They're going to do what they do, and, you know, remember, they have invulnerable saves. Some of them do. Yeah, they all have invulnerable saves. And, you know, they're pretty strong. The Decimator is a strength 8 weapon. Well, that's actually pretty strong, actually. A strength 8. He's a strength 8? Why is he as strong as the Brass Scorpion? Oh, sorry, this Brass Scorpion's a strength 9. Wait, hold on. Strength 7, toughness 7. Strength 8, toughness 7. Yeah, he's almost as strong as the Brass Scorpion. He's a strength 8. And let's have a look. We can give, what weapons can we give him? We can give him a Butcher Cannon or a Soulburn Petard. And we got the Siege Claws with built-in heavy leopards. Decimator Sweet as user, strength as user, AP2. What did we say he had? Could have the Soulburner Petard and the Butcher Cannon. Soulburner Petard is strength 6, and the other thing which I said, the Butcher Cannon, I believe it was, strength 7. Well, but rending 6 plus, and twin linked. Soulburner has a blast heavy 1, blast 3, breaching 5 plus, and fleshbane, which means he's actually strong against other things. Okay, so you have a Decimator, which is one of the cheaper ones, which is about £69. And again, why would you take the Why would you take that? Because it's a lot less points, and it's obviously a lot stronger. Yeah, he's £53, and you do need to buy the Siege Claws separately, which is £16. So that is a £85 model. Why did you say £85 model? Anyway, so yeah, strength 8. As I was talking about, I should really stay on target on this video. And like, there you go. You have the Brass Scorpion. He's, like I said, the rules aren't too bad. It does seem a bit silly that the Brass Scorpion is only strength 8 is only strength 9. Whereas, yeah, but even the Chiton, they could have been strength 10. Why aren't they? Anyway, so as I was saying, they're decent enough rules, though it does seem a bit silly that the Decimator is so incredibly strong. It's a strength 8 weapon. So usually I would literally just give him the Siege Claws with built-in heavy weapons and make him a close combat heavy support. He's got 7 wounds, he's got a toughness of 7. It's going to be so hard to take him down. 5 attacks with that. And with the siege weapons, Siege Claws, yeah, it's just worth it. Honestly, that's who I'd take. I would get the Decimator. If you do traitors, take a Decimator because he is absolutely brutal. He's going to be bad at fun in close combat. He's going to be incredibly tough to take away, and he's going to be fun, I think. Looks good. But yeah, this, like I said, this does really look like Games Workshop trying their bare minimum. You're just saying, oh, we've brought these things out for you, these rules out for you. We know you bought them for 40k, and we know you want to use them for 40k. Well, you can use them in Horus Heresy now. And that's it. And following the Imperial Fist at Stitch beneath it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh great, there's another battle with Imperial Fists. Because they did nothing before. But you just got to keep adding stuff with Imperial Fist, to be honest with you. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video on the new PDF drop. Sorry I got rambly at the end, but honestly, it does seem like a bare minimum attempt again from Games Workshop if you do Horus Heresy. Honestly, I'd wait till the demons dropped, and I'm hoping it will be soon, because they need to be in Horus Heresy. They've been in the first book. They were in the first novel of the Horus Heresy. That's how long they've been in there, and they've had no rules in the second edition. Why not? I mean, and not only that, this is everything. The Combat Patrol box for Chaos Space Marines is fantastic for word bearers. That's what makes it worse. That is a fantastic. If you do word bearers, as the army, that would be the first I would get. That's how I'd build my army. I would buy the Age of Darkness box, and I'd buy the Chaos Space Marine box. That would be my army, and that would be. I mean, of course, you need to get other things because you're going to have 40 Space Marines. You need to build other things. And so that would be how I'd start it. That would be my £185 box, and that would £290, and that would be it. That would be a decent-sized army for your word bearers. You'd have some nice elites with the Chaos, which all armoured up, and you'd have the Havocs. You'd have your apostle. You'd literally have an apostle there, a chaplain. And, you know, you'd have your Hellbrute, as well as another Condemned Dreadnought. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. As I was saying, link to Wayland Games if you want to get your Warhammer cheaper, or your Horus Heresy, get Age of Darkness from there, save yourself some money. And of course, there's my comics, my merchandise, if you like merchandise, like t-shirts, cups, and everything else like that, down below. Forbidden Planet, if you like comics, and of course, my Patreon, but as always, treat yourself to something nice before you just buy me something. You know, just do it that way. It's the best way to do it. And I'll speak to you all again soon. Goodbye.